everybody, welcome back to my theatrical campaign playthrough of the saga, and I'm Dave Walsh, host of Card Talk, and I have been having so much fun putting this together. It has slowed down a little bit behind the scenes because school was started and things have gone crazy. I just got back from Con of the Rings a week ago. That was a ton of fun, but I'm going to try to get some more done, and we are now at Shelob's Lair. As we do at the beginning of each and every one of these episodes, let's go over the deck and go over the campaign log. That way we are sure what we have to look forward to. So this is the campaign log. You can see Shelob's Lair. We made it through Journey to the Crossroads, which by far has been the most difficult one with my hero lineup. We made it through with just 2 people that had made it to the Black Gate, an Oliphant and a Man of Harad. So you can see here we're playing with the same burdens and the same boons in here, and this particular scenario is a challenge because you have to take lots of attacks from Shelob. So before I get into all the crazy specifics, let's take a look at the deck and talk about what may end up being a shining star here. So for the deck, you can see it's my Bond of Saga Ship Hobbit deck. We have the 4 hobbits here. I have determined that the thing that you need to do in this deck is kind of turtle a little bit in the first stage and try to get some things set up because it's just really rough. There's a lot of card hate. You end up having to discard a lot of cards. You don't have a lot of tools. So being able to draw cards with Peace and Thought and Frodo's Intuition is going to be key. Also, shockingly, having Thorngill out and not putting on a Merry, but putting on a Bilbo is going to help a lot too, to be able to cycle through cards and being able to discard cards to be able to travel. So that's, I think, going to help out a lot. Plus, if I put out Lore Bilbo, that gives me not only the cards, but it gives me another lore resource that allows me to play Gaffer. If I see Gaffer, I'm able to play Gaffer consistently all the time without having to worry about the Red Book of Westmarch out. Now, ideally, I would love to have the Red Book of Westmarch out, but I don't need it in order to consistently play Gaffer. And shockingly, Shelob is not immune to player card effects. So Gandalf can do some damage, Sting can do damage here, so there's a lot of stuff going on in this scenario. Let's move along and let's get set up for the scenario. So you can see all the stuff that we have. So let's first do our setup here where we can put things into play. So we have Old Bogey Stories we're going to put on to Sam, and Tireless Ranger.
He's one of them rangers.
That goes on Sam. Forewarned on to Sam. Now the 2 attachments go into my deck now here, and then I will shuffle up my deck. So now the 1 ring.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
That goes on to Frodo. Gandalf's Delay.
Oh, I am sorry, Frodo. I was delayed.
Put it to the left of the staging area. Overcome by Grief, again left of the staging area. And then the 2 crazy burdens get shuffled into the encounter deck. We can do the campaign setup. It says you are playing campaign mode. Attach a heavy burden to the ring bearer.
Master carries heavy burden. Smeagol knows heavy burden.
And then we remove all the stuff that's associated with Aragorn, and we put in the stuff that's associated with Frodo. So set the Cleft of Cirith Ungol, Shelob, and the Great Spider encounter set aside out of play. So here's the Shelob and the Cleft of Cirith Ungol, and then the Great Spider is out of play down here. Put Smeagol into play under the first player's control. So it says to put Smeagol into play under my control. So I flipped it. Remember, we tamed Smeagol in the Passage of the Marshes, so he's here to help. And then make Morgul Vale the active location, add Smeagol's Secret Way to the staging area, and shuffle the encounter deck. So there's the Morgul Vale, and there is Smeagol's Secret Way. So you can see a lot of discard mechanics going on here. Okay, so we'll shuffle the encounter deck again just to make sure that I did it. hopefully I'll be able to turtle a little bit in order to get through some of this. So let's start the game and start a new round. So I'm going to put Hobbit Cloak right onto Sam. Turns out that the highest attack anything we have in this scenario is 4. Shelob eventually goes up to 6. 4 is what we're going to have for right now. So Sam, as long as I don't have anything crazy, can deal with most of what we're dealing with. Okay. And then I'm going to take and put Thorngill. Look, I ended up drawing Thorngill right off the bat here. And I'm going to put Thorngill on Bilbo. Now I'm drawing an extra card every round, and that's going to help. And I'm saving here to be able to play Frodo's Intuition at some point, hopefully. If I fail the quest, I'll be okay with it. What I'm hoping is that I get Sting out pretty soon, and I'm able to kind of get through some of this stuff. So here's the thing. Right now in the staging area is 2. I would love to not make it through the Morgul Vale. I would love to quest just slightly better than that. At the end of the planning phase, it says raise threat or exhaust the ring bearer. Right now I'm going to just exhaust the ring bearer because that just makes the most amount of sense. And now I am going to, because I don't want to quest too much, maybe, I don't know, like in order to travel I have to exhaust Smeagol or discard a card from my hand. I don't know if I really want to do that too much. And I also can't travel to underground locations, so it's not like I can just sit here forever and turtle. A lot of the underground locations are meant to be explored when you run into Shelob. So, I don't know, it's just a lot of craziness going on right now. If I could just get 1 round guaranteed with the Morgul Vale not explored. So I'll do 3. I'm not going to purposely fail the quest, but I'm going to just underquest. Okay, and then I get the Orc of Cirith Ungol. I'm going to exhaust Mary to lower my threat by 2. It makes an immediate attack against me. That's fine. So it's attacking for 4. So I'll deal it a shadow card. I'll defend with Gollum. Gollum actually later on in this quest can't attack or defend, but right now he can. So I'm going to attack. I'm going to defend with Gollum. 4 here. No shadow, so Smeagol takes 2 damage. I missed the quest by 1. I could engage this guy, but I'm actually going to just leave him in the staging area for right now. So that's the end of the round. With the extra card that Bilbo gave me, I was able to get a Gaffer Gamgee, and that is phenomenal. But I also have a Word of Healing, which is awesome too. So I have a lot of uses for my lore resources right now. And I have Frodo's Intuition, which allows me to draw a whole passel of cards. I'm okay getting to Smeagol's Secret Way this time around. I'm going to exhaust Smeagol, and then I'll be able to discard a card, or I'll be able to discard a card. So that's what I want. And then I will need to bring out a Ringwraith, which is fine because I'll eventually be able to get rid of the Ringwraith by one of these effects here. At the beginning of questing, I will exhaust the 1 ring because of a heavy burden, and this is a permanent objective, so I can't get rid of this with condition removal. So I can't use Elrond to get rid of this guy. There's only 2 in the staging area because I will quest with Bilbo. I'm going to bring out Gaffer. I should have done that a while ago. Okay, so one of the things that Thorngill does is it gives Bilbo a resource from the lore. Okay, so I'm questing for 5, 6, which I think will be enough to, at the very least, quest successfully. So 6 versus 2. And I get another one of these guys. That is a bummer. What do I want to do? I could exhaust Smeagol, defend him. I think I'm just going to ditch a card. I think it just makes it easier to deal with the attack. 2 enemies in the staging area is tough. So, okay. So I'm going to, at this point, put this in the victory display, but before I do, I'm going to resolve its effects here. Let's go here. Okay, so the Morgul Wraith comes into play. And this is why I don't want to exhaust the ring, because I don't want to have to have this guy engage me. So I could have thrown this guy back into the encounter deck, but I knew that this was going to come out if that happened. So, okay. So you see what I'm going there. So this guy's, because I quested successfully, this guy takes a damage, and this goes into the victory display. And so now I'm going to travel. So in order to do this, I'll do this in the right order. Smeagol, exhaust Smeagol, travel to Smeagol's secret way.
Come away! Come away! Look! We have found it! The way into Mordor. The secret stair.
Now I'm going to have to do something about all these guys in the staging area. So I will engage this guy, and that will ready Samwise. Do I have a way to do 6? 2, 4, 5. I could do 5. I don't have enough to do 6. So since I can't kill it, doesn't matter if I use Gaffer to cancel the attack or not cancel the attack. So I will just defend this with Sam. Shadow effect. If this attack destroys a character, discard. So does not destroy a character. So then I will do 2, 3. I never even thought about Mary's ability. I'm glad I didn't, because now I can do 1 damage to this guy and be able to do that. Oh, I could have even discarded the shadow effect. I forgot about that too. Man, I just played this too, and now I'm getting all sideways about all this stuff. That's the end of the round. So it looks like I'm going to have to discard 3 random cards to get rid of the Nazgul. And then at the end of the quest phase, if Smeagol's secret way is in the victory display, advance to 2A. So I need to discard 3, and then another one here is going to be 4. I'm going to put out this guy. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? What I'm going to do first is draw the cards, because I want to see what I got. So I'm going to put out Frodo's Intuition. It may not be the best thing, but that's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I did get Peace and Thought, and I did get this. You know what? I'm going to put this guy out instead of the Warden of Healing. I still didn't get a Test of Will, so that's a bummer, but that's fine. And now I think, just so I don't run the risk of losing a Gandalf, I'm going to play Sneak Attack Gandalf during the quest phase, and maybe just quest with Gandalf, and probably Frodo. I have to make sure that I do this right. If I bring out Gandalf, I can put 4 damage and then 5, and I can kill this, and that's what I want. And then I can get rid of the Nazgul by discarding 3 cards, but I'll have to make sure I quest successfully. That's what we're going to try to do. It's quest phase, so I will exhaust the Ring Bearer. I will play Sneak Attack Gandalf.
A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
I will target this guy. I will put 4 damage on the Orc. I will quest with Gandalf. That's 10. 10 versus 4. Okay, we'll do the best we can. Ready? Attach the Ring Bearer. Counts as a condition attachment. Okay, so I am going to take that. I'm going to exhaust the 1 ring, and I'm going to shuffle this back into the encounter deck. I'm canceling that whole card.
Steady on,
Each location in the staging area gets +1, so I get many openings. If the number of locations in the staging area is less than the number of players in the game, reveal an additional encounter card. So basically this gets Surge, and I get a Nazgul.
His blade.
So I'm glad that I quested for 10. There's 8 in the staging area. So that gets rid of this. And then it says, after Smeagol's secret way is explored, either exhaust a character he controls or discard 1 random card from your hand. I will exhaust Smeagol. Okay, so now this goes in the victory display. And now it says at the end of the quest phase, if Smeagol's secret way is in the victory display, advance to 2A, but before that the response says, after it's explored, discard 3 random cards from your hand. And now I know that I have Gandalf on the table, so that helps out a bunch. So I'm going to discard to get rid of 1, 2 of these, and now I'm going to do this. There's only 2 Nazgul in the deck, so that's bad. Add Shelob to the staging area and shuffle all the shuffle the cards from the Great Spider encounter deck and the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Shelob goes to the staging area. And then we set the set the encounter deck. Flip this over. The bummer is that we can't play more than 1 ally around, and we have to stay here for 4 rounds at least. But we can do some damage maybe to this guy. Not really, but okay. So deal a shadow card. I will get rid of the shadow card, and I defend it with Sam. Sam readies. He's attacking for 1, 2. I still can't kill this guy. Gandalf should have come back to my hand. So now, I think I'm going to play Peace and Thought. Get rid of this. So I will refresh all my characters. I will exhaust Sam and Mary, I guess, and play Peace and Thought to draw 5 cards. And that actually helps out a ton because I get a unexpected courage, and I get to build a pony. I get a Red Book of Westmarch, so I get things that can come out immediately and help me out. So that's good. I can't do anything about the Red Book of Westmarch this time around, so I'm gonna have to save up for it. So, and then I get another card here. Okay. So I could put Elrond into play, but I wanna wait because I may have to play Overcome by Grief. Okay, so I'm going to put an Unexpected Courage onto Sam here. And I did get a Test of Will, so I'll keep the Test of Will out. And then I think I'm going to want the Fast Hitch on Sam as well. This is the quintessential power-up Sam moment here. I think right now, Build a Pony is the most important. So next round, I'll be able to play the Red Book of Westmarch and be able to quest for a whole bunch. That's my hope, at least. So 2, Shelob is not immune to player card effects, so Bilbo can target Shelob, and that's really nice. This is 2. I will exhaust, so I'm doing 7, and there's 0 in the staging area. Do I quest with Smeagol or not? I'll run the risk, so 3. So I'm questing 7 versus 0 in the staging area. Oh, it says at the beginning of the quest phase, either place 1 resource on Shelob or she makes an immediate attack against the first player. So in order to do this attack, I'm going to have Sam deal with the attack. I don't want to put the resource on her. Let's see. So no shadow. Sam defended the attack. So Sam is still standing. That's fine. Life is good. So let's see. So we get a location. It's a 2-threat location. So I was able to make my 4 progress on the quest. And what does this say? It says, while deep in the staging area, any amount of progress that we place on the location of the staging area, reduce that amount by 1. Okay, so I will exhaust Smeagol and travel. So the thing about Shelob is you want to prevent her from having any resources on her, or as many resources as you can, in order to deal with her. Okay, so I've had this guy engage with me forever, so this is... so let's see what I can do here. I can only defend it this time around, but we'll figure that out. So again, I will get rid of the shadow card. It's a non-unique, so it's fine. Get rid of the shadow card, and I can't do anything else. I can kick him for 1 with Bill, but that doesn't do anything to him. Okay, new round. I will do this. Okay, so Treebeard is amazing to see right now. It's great timing. I'm going to put out the Red Book of Westmarch onto Falco just to get more lore resources, and I think I'm going to put Treebeard as my 1 person into play.
Treebeard, some call me.
So I will use 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't put this guy into play. I should have put this guy into play. And then I think I will also put Sting onto Sam.
Sting. It's a good name. Sting.
So that's going to help a ton in terms of attack backs. It's also going to help a bunch with Shelob. You'll see in the 3rd stage here. I need to pay for that. So I'm going to do 1, 2. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do 1 and then 2 here. Okay, so I'll do 3. Oh, it's the beginning of the quest phase. So I will use Sam to defend. Sam is naturally defending for 5 now. And so he's defending Shelob. So because he's defending for Shelob and Shelob is not immune to player card effects, I get to draw a card, and Shelob takes 2 damage. That's not going to matter, but that's the way it works. So I defended with Sam. And there's no shadow. So now I'm doing 3, 5. I'll go with Build a Pony, 13. I think the highest cost anything in this deck is 4, and that's the Nazgul. So, okay, so let's see what we get. And we get either discard a random card at random or reveal an additional encounter card. I will discard a card at random and hope that it's not Gandalf. I will exhaust Mary to lower my threat by 1. There's 1 in the staging area, so I made 12 progress. So this location goes by and I made my 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will engage this guy. I will exhaust the red book to give myself a resource here, and I'll deal shadow cards. Sam will defend the Morgul Orc. When he defends, I get to use Sting here, and so that does 4 damage to the Orc, and this guy is dead. Okay, so now I'll ready Sam, and Sam will defend the Orc of Cirith Ungol, and again, he's defending for 5, and Sting allows me to draw a card, and no damage, and I'll get rid of the shadow card here, and Sam ends up dealing with it, no problem. We'll go to a new round, and remember I get to draw 2 cards. I like seeing this Dwarven Tomb, but I know that it could end up being discarded. I will put out the Warden of Healing. That'll be my 1 ally this round. So if I travel someplace, I can't put out the Curious Brandybuck. I'm saving Gandalf, and I have Elrond. So it's the beginning of the quest phase, so I will exhaust Ringbearer because of a heavy burden, and I will defend Sam, Shelob. I get to draw an encounter card. I do 1 damage. Again, that's not going to matter, but I'm defending for 5. Right, 5. Okay, it says discard a non-objective attachment you control. So I'm going to discard Old Bogey Stories. And that's what Shelob is doing. No resources here. So that's good, and I will quest for 3. So that's 8, and I will do none here. Okay, let me just double check that I get all my... So I will do this, and I get... Okay, so I'll have to discard a random card from my hand. I could cancel that one when revealed, but let's see. Oh, okay, that's a bummer. Okay, but you know what I'm going to do? In this action window, I'm going to spend the 1. I'm going to play Dwarven Tomb, and I'm going to bring back Test of Will from my discard pile. That way I have it. So 1 versus 8. So I make my 4 progress. So I'm getting there. Things are looking up. Bilbo was able to put a damage onto this again. Okay, I'll use the Red Book of Westmarch, and I will engage this guy. That gives Sam some bonuses. So I will do this. I will defend this guy with Sam. No damage because of Sting. No shadow. Sam defends. He's defending for 5. Okay, and now I will defend with Sam again, and I will get rid of this shadow. Again, no damage. So Sam is ready. He's attacking for 3. So can I get up to 5? I just want to get rid of one of these guys, which will be fine. I can get rid of one of them. Sam's attacking for 3. And then I need 2 more. This guy has, I need 5 to kill this guy. I need 5 to kill this guy. So 2 more. So Treebeard, swing, and we will get rid of this. Actually, I will do, I will play Peace and Thought. So I will, okay, now I'll move on to the next round. I think I'm going to put the Honor Guard out. The Honor Guard is really helpful. So that's going to go out, and I am going to put the Fellowship of the Ring into play.
9 companions. So be it. You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
And that gives everybody more willpower, which is exactly what I need right now. Not really, but I'm hoping to get enough willpower so I can quest through the next quest stage. At the beginning of the quest phase, I will exhaust the Ring Bearer. And at the beginning of the quest phase, I will also have Shelob make an attack. So I will defend with Sam. No damage because of Sting. And then I can reveal the shadow card. No shadow. No damage to Sam. So now questing. I have to do, I think, at least 8. So I'll do 3. Okay, so I'm questing for 9, and there's 0 in the staging area. Okay, so let's reveal. We get the Underway. It says the Underway is in the staging area. Each orc gets -5 engagement costs and gains. After this enemy engages a player, deal it a shadow card. Okay, so that's 2 threat. I make 7 progress. I'm able to get through this stage, and it says add Cleft of Cirithungol to the staging area. It says immune to player card effects, Cleft victory display. It says minus, it gets +2, it loses indestructible. Shelob engages the first player. So Shelob's going to come out and do a lot of crazy things if I travel here, which is fine. Flip Smeagol to Gollum. Heal all damage from Shelob. Each player places 1 resource on Shelob. Okay, so when I flip Gollum, let's do this at one time. Let's do it one at a time. So when I flip Gollum, he comes into play engaged.
Waited it, precious. Not this time. Not this time.
And it heals all of him. I heal all the damage from Shelob. And then I put 1 resource onto Shelob. Oh, I flip this over. And I have 8. So Gollum is defeated. Put him in the victory display. So, and then each one of these is, like, if Shelob takes any amount of damage, I just remove a resource. So I want to make sure that I do damage to her to remove resources, which I can do, but not this round. So I don't want to travel to the Cleft this round. Oh, I guess I could. I will do the Cleft. So in order to travel to the Cleft, I have to put a resource onto Shelob. So Shelob is not engaged with me yet, but I have a round now to get rid of Gollum, who is immune to player card effects, and then this guy. Deal shadow cards. I can't get rid of shadow cards from Gollum. Oh, I did travel, so I will put the Curious Brandybuck into play. So I will defend the Morgul Orc with Sam. Okay, it does 1 damage.
His thing.
And I will discard the shadow card with Forewarned. Okay, so now I'm ready Sam again. Now Sam is only defending for 3 because this only does it while he makes an engagement cost higher than your threat. Sam's defending for 3. He's immune to non-fellowship card effects, so I can't use Sting. So, okay, so I'll defend with Sam. Sam's defending for 3. No shadow, no damage, and now let's see if I can kill some things. So Treebeard is 4, so that kills this Morgul Orc. I need 7 to kill this guy, and my threat happens to be just a little too high to play anything here. So that's 5. I can get up to 5. So I'm actually going to hold off on killing Golem. So we'll start it. We'll do a new round. And remember, I get to draw an extra card because of Bilbo. Okay, I will put Quick Beam into play. I'll give him a damage to ready him. And I will use one of these and I guess one of these. Let's see, what else do I have? I have Halfling Determination. I have ways to cancel stuff. Now is the time to make a push. I'm hoping to make enough progress to get through this and this, so that's 12, plus there's 2 in the staging area. At the beginning of the quest phase, I have to exhaust things, so I'm actually going to, because of this, I'm actually going to raise my threat by 1. I need to get a little action advantage here, so I'm going to raise my threat by 1 instead of exhausting Frodo. And now, I also then have to deal with Shelob at the beginning of the quest phase, either place 1 resource on Shelob or she makes an immediate attack. So I will do this. I will exhaust Sam. And I can do some damage with her. Okay, so I wasn't able to do any damage to her, which is a bummer because I wanted to remove one of these tokens. So now Sam's defending for 5. If attacking enemy Shelob, she makes an additional attack against you after this. Actually, I know this sounds stupid, but I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, so I will use Sam again, deal her a shadow card, and then defend. Because I defend, I'm going to use Sting. Both burdens are gone. Okay, well, defending for 5 again. Says, oh, there's another. Okay, so chaining Shelob attacks. Shelob is channeling her inner Smaug. So again, deal a shadow card. Let's see, do I do no damage again? 3 times I whiff with Sting. Discard a non-objective attachment that I control. I will get rid of one of these fast hitches. So again, Sam doesn't take any damage. So let's quest through the whole thing and see what happens. 4, 22 versus 2. So I'm hoping that's enough. Attach to a hero you control and exhaust that hero. So I mean, just because I can, I'm going to cancel that. If not, I would have put it on Mary, but I'm going to cancel that treachery. Shelob's poison. So now I have 20 that I can do. So now 20. So this means I put 4 here. So I know that this eventually goes to the victory display, but I'm going to attach it to her because it gives her bonuses, and I get to engage. I engages the first player. So Sam readies. And then I'm also able to put 16 progress on the quest. Because I quested successfully, Bilbo puts a damage onto Shelob, so that removes one of the resources there. Now I have both of these folks to worry about. I get to put a resource onto Falco because of the Red Book of Westmarch. And now I will travel to the Underway. Now Shelob's going to be attacking me 2 times around. but that's okay. I'll deal shadow cards. So Shelob's attacking for 6. That's why I put the cleft there. But Gaffer Gamgee just prevents you from dealing that attack. You can't prevent the out-of-phase attack in the beginning of the quest phase, but I can prevent this attack for 6. So I am going to bring back the Gaffa and prevent this attack. It's confusing because sometimes there's all sorts of like strange things about uniques and being able to get rid of shadows from uniques and things like that, but that's not what's happening here. And now Sam is going to defend Smeagol. I can't get rid of the shadow, and I can't do anything with Sting. So no shadow, get rid of that guy. That's good. Okay, so now I need to do 7 to Gollum. Actually, you know what the thing to do is? Can I do it? I'm going to, at this point, sneak attack Gandalf into play.
A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
I'm going to use Gandalf to get rid of this one counter here. Okay, so now Shelob doesn't have any counters. Let's see if I can get rid of Shelob. I have 4. I'll play this for 12, and that kills Shelob. Now I'm going to use the 2 resources on Treebeard, ready Treebeard, and attack Gollum for 7 and kill Gollum. I'm pretty sure both Shelob and Gollum are in the victory display. If the players defeat this stage, they win the game. So there it is. I was able to handle Shelob's Lair pretty straightforwardly with this quest, thanks to a little Gaffer Gamgee and a whole bunch of card draw. And, one of the silent winners of this game is gotta be Bilbo. This particular scenario, to be able to cancel out the threat of an enemy in the staging area, is huge. Okay, so what is my final score? Looks like 87. Let me resolve the campaign too. It says, add a heavy burden to the campaign pools. Players have earned that burden. So a heavy burden has been earned. I'll make sure that that gets put into my campaign pool. Today is 10/12, and my final score was 87. Okay, so now I'm going to have to make more space to play the Passing of the Grey Company because I have a heavy burden. Actually, Passing of the Grey Company is part of the new box, so that'll be exciting. So I get to move on to the next box. Okay, everybody, thank you so much, and have a great day.